My name is John MacDonald. I would like to share with you an experience I had some 25 years ago, an experience that you will find absolutely unbelievable. So if you stay with me for the next few minutes, I will describe to you the best way I can about this happening. I refer to it as a real, live, near-death experience. I worked in the forests of Western Canada, near the town of Revelstoke in southern BC. I was a woodsman. Now it was winter time and we had lots of snow. And towards evening I began to leave the forest, and on my way out I came across this massive red cedar tree that lay across a frozen river. Before I left, I decided to make a test cut in this tree. Now this is a prime example of the type of tree that I'm talking about. Now that is a tree. Just before I left, I used this as an example of the tree. It's actually a microphone. Before I left, I cleared the snow off the top of the tree. And then I took my mighty chainsaw and I cut down in through the wood in the center of the tree. The reason I made the test cut was to find out what quality the wood was, and actually it turned out to be excellent. I put my tools away, I hung some red ribbons in the tree around the area so that the following morning when I came in, if it had snowed overnight, I would be able to identify the area of the tree. And indeed it snowed all night. The following morning I arrived to work and I decided that instead of working on top of the tree, I cleared all the snow out from beneath the tree. And I had a clearance of about 3 to 4 feet because the tree lay across a river banks. Thus I began to cut, to section it out. Every 2 feet I made a cut, then I would drive a wedge in and knock that block down. Thereby it would leave the top of the tree intact, safe and secure. I continued working like that until I got to the center of the tree, and as I approached the center, I heard this voice, and it was very intense. And it was telling me to be very, very careful of what I'm doing, that I was in grave danger. And I shrugged it off as though, oh, this is nonsense, and I kept working, but the intensity of the voice grew. It was trying to communicate to me that my life was in jeopardy, but I hadn't got a clue what was going on. I put it down to imagination and I continued my work. Now I'm at the center of the tree and I am underneath this tree in the center because this tree is about 6 to 8 feet wide. And as I'm cutting up, I realized what the voice was trying to communicate to me. But it was far too late. I had made a cut the night before I left the forest, right above where I was working, and all I was doing was weakening that tree, and it collapsed. I heard the snap, and my words were, "I'm dead. It's finished." Tons of wood just came down crashing on me and on my tools. Now you will find this very difficult to believe. I don't know how much time had passed. A couple of seconds, a couple of hours, a couple of days. But I found myself sitting on the side of a hill, looking back to where the tree had collapsed. And I was actually looking for my body because I thought it was my spirit that was up there looking back. Then I realized there was a presence close to me. And I remember looking at the presence. I couldn't see, of course, but it was there, very real, and I was saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. That presence was my guardian angel and had lifted me from beneath that tree and placed me on the side of a hill in perfect safety. And I pinched myself. I mean, I pinched my legs, my arms, my head. I was pulling my hair. But I was alive. At least I think I was. I'm making this video, so I hope I am. I stood up. I was still on my snowshoes and all my heavy winter gear, and I walked back to where the tree had collapsed. I got down on my knees and I was trying to find something, my body, my chainsaws, but they were all in there in the center of that tree, pushed into the ground. Tons of wood came down, crashing down. I had counted the paces back to the tree. There were 12 long strides, 36 feet at least. Now the world long jump record is just over 28 feet. I was never good at that sport. In fact, I was never good at a lot of sports. But no matter, I could not have done what had happened. The reason I'm sharing this experience with you is because I had been on the internet and I was researching videos and text on life after life, life after death, the paranormal experiences and so on, because I'm really interested in what I'm about and what humanity is about if we do continue on, or is this it? And I found the stories fascinating, and listening and watching these experiences prompted me to make this video, so I guess I'm alive, to share with you. Because if there's any doubt, or if you're a seeker or you're searching, and if what I'm saying is of some value or some help to you, that's just great. I don't know all the answers. I have no answers. I'm just, just telling you what happened to me. Now, I know there are skeptics that say, oh, yeah. Oh, that's all in the brain, All that electrical activity, oh, that does strange things. That stuff is out of this world. Well, they're right. It is out of this world. I say to those people, they should not make themselves gods and decide they know it all, because they do not. That is the greatest load of rubbish I have ever heard. I hope you got something from this video. I have had other experiences, out-of-body experiences. I have been visited by the white light. I have been visited by the soul in the form of a spark and communicated with. And each time I was communicated with, I was simply told that everything is okay. It's all okay. And those experiences happened during times when I was troubled or having some stress in life. You might know about that stuff. As the French say, bon voyage. Enjoy the trip, because it is eternal, never-ending, ongoing. Following this video, you will see another video clip of a song I composed when I was working in the mountains. It is called Have You Been to the Mountains? and it is all about the beauty and the splendor of creation. I hope you enjoy, and if you feel like contacting me, please email me. I will get back to you. Have a good journey. Nice chatting with you. Bye-bye.
Have you been to the mountains when the seasons turn cold? Such color and beauty, soothing the soul. The winds ever whisper through rustling leaves. Please come to these mountains, come rest by the streams. It's here you find richness, the fullness of life, where the wings of the earth bend the sky in its light, and the songbirds' sweet music cast unto the breeze. Have you been to the mountains to rest by the streams? Please come to these mountains. Please see the tall trees. Please come to these mountains. Come